morning, dear children.
Morning, ma'am.
So, in previous class, we discussed about what is the right approach to develop our rights, to develop anything, to develop the system, whatever you can take into consideration, right? So, here, the people in the society, those who are living in our country, as I said, rich people are there, at the same time, poor people are also there. So, when poor people are living in the society or living in the country, we should not stop there itself to continue their own life. To some extent, somehow or the other, being as a government of India, they have to take proper steps to take people from out of their poverty. So they should not feel that we belongs to poor people, poor section, we cannot buy anything, we cannot live in a good house, we can't wear good clothes, we can't take good food. There are some resources have to create by the government to get rid of the poverty. So what the government is taking here? What kind of steps the government is taking to remove the poverty from the society? Every person is having a right to know. See, if government is implementing any scheme, if government is making any plans or constructing metro or flyovers, did you ever think from where the government is getting those money? Where they are getting such money? Did you ever think about that? Government is constructing in for the past few years. We have seen maximum development in Hyderabad. Like metro has come, and wherever you are going, the outer ring roads are constructing, flyovers are constructing, uh, new government buildings are constructing. But did you ever think about that where the government is getting money?
By the form of taxes,
In the form of taxes. Those taxes are paying by whom?
peoples.
By the people, obviously. People means whom? We.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we are paying that money in the form of tax. Even though if you are living in your own house also, you have to pay property tax. You have to pay certain amount in the form of tax, which is called as property tax. Okay, so if you are buying any plot, there also for registration purpose, you are giving some money to the government, to the registration office. So completely the amount what the government is spending on some sectors, whether it is a public sector or private sector, all those money is coming or paying by the people, those who are there in the country, living in the country. Okay, when we are paying certain amount in the form of a tax, probably we are having every right to expect good service or good facilities or good jobs from the government, which is very, very important. Let us go with a small example. So here, what is happening here? People should have need right information to fight against the corruption. Suppose take for example, as I said, the government is getting funds, okay, paying by the people or from charity trust or whatever it is, okay. So the government is getting money. People should have an awareness whatever the money is getting or whatever the money is spending by the government, are they using total money for total project or in a proper way or not? That's the responsibility of a person to know about the government, whether government is acting accordingly or not. How we would know whether the government is utilizing our money in a proper way or not? Definitely they are not using in a proper way. Suppose take for example, I am the owner of one site. I am the owner of one site. Site means what? A place or a plot. I am giving my own place to the government to construct one house or one building for a good cause. Suppose take for example, my aim is to make a government to construct one orphanage home or old age home for the old people. Old age home for the old people. Because nowadays the parents have become, what can I say, pressure to their own children. After coming to a certain stage, the mother and father are living. How many of the parents are living with their own children? I don't think so. 50% of the parents, 50% of the children are not keeping their parents with them. Okay, individually they are living. Really very sorry to say that I observed. So the funds, the government, where they are getting from, we have to think whether all those funds means nothing but in the form of money, nothing but those funds are utilizing in favor of the people properly or not. We have to have an awareness about that. Who will give that awareness? Just for example, as I said, I am the owner of 1,000 acres or 500 acres of land. I have one cause which I want to do a good for many of the people in the society. So at present, the major problem facing in the society by the old people, nothing but our parents. Can you tell me how many of the children are living with their parents out of 100? Any guesses?
No.
I don't think so. Not even 50% parents are living with the children. Because nowadays, the families have become nuclear families and the life has become mechanical life they are leading. Only persons are running behind the money, but not behind they are leaving their emotions. 24/7, 365 days, people wants to earn money. Money, 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 because money makes everything. But money cannot bring our emotions back to us. Do you think? Once if we lost any person from our family, can money will bring that person again back to our family? Nothing. You can earn, whole life is there to earn money. But only little life is there in our hand to capture our emotions, to hold our family, to hold and respect one's feelings and emotions here. So most of the parents are living in old age homes, orphanage homes, this and like that. Okay. So as a human being, I got emotional by seeing all such kind of things are going on in the society. I decided to construct one old age home for the old people. So I approached government. So I want to donate my own land to you. Partially I'll give you the amount also. So the thing is, as a on behalf of the government, you have to construct the house, construct one building. So what the government has to do, the government will find one government contractor where a person can build a building in a proper way. Okay, so I gave some amount to initial amount to start the project. So what the government contractor has to do, he has to set the team, like the person who has to construct the building. He has to appoint a few laborers where the contract has been made to pay certain person all the laborers to pay income in the form of wages. Wages means nothing but a salary in the form of money, which is called as wages. According to as per the agreement, he has to pay. And he has to use, that government contractor has to use a quality of cement and quality of bricks, so that building should be in a proper way. Okay, when a person is using, when the contractor is using, will use a quality of cement and bricks, then only that building will remain for a long time. If not, within short span of time, within short time, that building will collapse. Collapse means what? The building will, the quality of the building will get reduced and that building will fell down. So this is the situation where happening. So what the government has to do, the government contractor has to use that money, whatever the money given by me should be used in a proper way. So here the government contractor is taking money, he is getting the funds to construct that building, but whether he is using that money in a proper way or not, we have to look into that. So when the quality of cement, as a government contractor, if he wants to build any building here, he has to use proper cement. Proper cement means nothing but the quality of the cement, he has to look into that. What it is? The quality of the cement. And at the same time, quality of bricks also, he has to look into that. If the contractor is using these two and at the same time sand is also in a very quality one. Okay, so these are the minimum basic needs where a building is needed to construct. So whether it is a quality material or not to look after, whose responsibility it is? The government. Whose responsibility? The government contractor, or the one who is taking care of the, who is taking that project to construct the building. So here, do you think only cement, bricks and sand and steel material is there? Steel means what? Iron rods. Iron rods will be called as those who are using, which are using to construct the pillars. So that is called as nothing but steel. So do you think if these four material will be there ends the matter? No. What you need still? You need people. You need people to work with this. Okay. Who are they? They need some people. That means nothing but laborers, they are called as. Laborers. One main mestri will be there. One main person will be there. Under him, many other people has to work because it is such a lengthy project. It is such a big building. So they are in need of most of the laborers here, those who are have to work under this contractor. Okay. So these laborers will be appointed. Few laborers will be appointed on permanent basis till the completion of the building. They have to be with that person, and few laborers will be worked on the daily basis. What is the meaning of daily basis? Suppose take for example morning 10 or morning 9 o'clock. If 10 laborers are coming to site to work over there. So these 10 laborers will be charged per hour 400 rupees. Men will be given to, will be paid as a 500 rupees, or lady will be, female persons will be paid, so on and so forth. Certain amount will be fixed. If you work for these many hours, I am going to pay 500 rupees or 1000 rupees per head. Like that, the charges will be decided by the government. Any 10 hours or any 8 hours they have to. Okay, so these laborers will be fixed or decided or appointed by the contractor on the daily basis, that if you work for these many hours, I'll pay certain amount to you. Per day you will be charged for 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees. Okay, so ladies will be charged differently and men's will be charged differently here. So if you work for these many hours, I'll pay for this much amount per day. So total 20 days you have to work. Total 20 days you have to work. So 1000 into 20, one person is getting how much? 20,000. 20,000 rupees is getting to a, paying to a person. So as per the agreement, if contractor is not giving proper wages, wages means what? What is the meaning of wages? Nothing but money or salary, in the form of salary. That person will be paid in the form of wages. That word is called as wages here. So here what the contractor is doing? the quality of the building is getting down. Okay, and the people, those who worked in the site, they are not even paying properly. So as per the agreement, he has to pay certain amount, but at the end of the day, end of the work, what the contractor is doing, you did not do properly, so that's the reason I am deducting your salary and I want to pay this much only. So the quality of bricks is not the quality one, the cement is also not good, the sand is also not good, entire work is also not went in a proper way. But the money he is taking from the main contractor, whatever the amount was designed, whatever the total expenditure was there, the total amount he is getting in a proper way. Suppose take for example, for that building 1 crore of amount is getting to that person, he has to expend. But at the end of the day, only half of the amount was spent on that building where he was corrupted. That is called as corruption. Okay, so out of 1 crore, how much amount? Is he utilized the total amount? No, he did not utilize. Out of 1 crore, only 50 lakhs. Rest of the 50 lakhs, where it has gone? That rest of the 50 lakhs amount gone into his own pocket. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that is called as corruption. What it is?
Corruption.
That is called as corruption. Corruption means nothing but when a person is getting 100 crores, that person is not using the total amount on that project. Half of the amount went into his own pocket, which is called as corruption. Okay? Did you get the point? Did you get my point?
Yes.
Because the amount, the salary which is decided as per the agreement, the total amount is not reaching to the welfare of the people, those who are working. So there he is doing some scam. Scam means nothing but corruption itself. Okay, so we need, as a human being, as a citizen of India, we need proper information to fight against. Someone should be raise their voice to fight against the corruption. అక్కడ అమౌంట్ సరిగా వాడటం లేదు అనేది ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది మనకి? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద వే దే ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్టింగ్ ద హౌస్. ఓకే, వీ హ్యావ్ టు నో 100 crores funds received by the contractor from the government, but he is not using properly. The utilization of amount is not in a proper way. Whether he is using that money in a proper way or not, you have to observe. You need the right information so that you can fight against the corruption. So what the people need here? Need a right information to fight against corruption. Telugu we can call it as aviniti akramalu, aviniti. Okay, so we need, each and every citizen need a proper information to fight against the corruption. Now, did you understood the word, the meaning of corruption?
Yeah.
The funds which are getting from the government to a person, if he is not using that money in a proper way, if any person is constructing any dam, if any person is constructing any building or any orphanage home or whatever you take which is related to the government, if that quality is not in a good manner, definitely there it is very clear that the contractor did not use total money in a proper way. Now the government is also constructed some houses for poor people, like 2-bedroom flats, this and that. Once you personally go and visit all those buildings, the quality there, you will understand what kind of quality they use to construct those buildings. Just for the namesake, government gave a guarantee that we are there, we are here to construct houses for you. 2-bedroom flat, 2-bedroom flat, it sounds very good. It
Yes.
sounds very good. The
Yes.
people, those who used to live in huts, huts means what? Gudisal.
Gudisal.
The people, those who used to live in huts, if they heard the word two-bedroom flat, they went into certain imagination somewhat from tomorrow onwards. After few months, even we are also going to live in two-bedroom flats the way the rich people will live. Okay, once you go to the place in Hyderabad, so many quarters are there which was constructed by the government, like Nandanavanam,
Yes.
near Champapet, Singareni Colony, ZP Road. And when you are traveling all the way, you can find so many flats like two-bedroom flat or some. If you go and stay for few days or few months, especially you go and stay in rainy season, there you will get the real picture of that building. The total drainage water will come. If once a heavy rain will fall, the total rain will be in those two buildings, in those two-bedroom flats. That is the way of the construction. That is the quality of the construction. So this is all happened. Every government servant will be corrupted only because of money. So they are taking our own money. They are taking our own money to their personal uses, but not for the people's use. They're not using such money for the people or the society purpose. They are taking our money to build their own future. To build their own future. They are receiving salaries. They are receiving salaries from the government. In addition to that, they are using public money also. They are using public money. Why? Where this public money is getting? We are only paying. Electricity bills we are paying. Tax we are paying. GST we are paying. Okay, service tax we are paying. So whatever the amount is getting to the government, that amount is nothing but ours only. Okay, so my dear children, now you are in young age. Okay, so every time you won't be in young age, you won't be the same. Day by day you are growing. Okay, think like a grown-up child. Try to have an awareness about each and everything. This is not the right age to know all these things. Nothing like that. Once if you are came into this society, when the days are passing, when your age is growing, when your class is extending, try to have an awareness about each and everything. Don't be like idle. You have to be an idle person to everyone. Don't be a lazy person. నాకెందుకు, నేను చిన్నోడిని, నాకు ఇవి తెలుసుకొని నేను ఏం చేసేది ఉంది. Don't be such under feeling. Okay, if you know the problems of the society, if you know the problems created by the people in the society, what is government, what is the responsibility of the government, what is corruption, everything you should have an awareness about each and every topic so that you can go accordingly. Okay, you came out with good marks. Okay, when you are came out with good marks in a group exam, suppose take for example, you are after coming to your education, you want to write a test related to government jobs. Okay, you came out with, the examination was done properly, you wrote very well, you came out with good marks and good percentage of marks. When the time come to take an appointment as a government servant, there also the people are waiting that something you have to pay to them in the form of bribe. So everyone are corrupted in the society. So money is only one particular medicine where every good and bad situation depends on the money itself. So people are becoming greedy only because of money. If you are getting money in a proper way, then there is no problem. Try to take that money in a proper way, but don't distract yourself. Distract means what? What is the meaning of distraction? Deviating. What is the meaning of distraction? Deviating. Suppose take for example, you are in one flow. One flow means you are talking about any one topic. Okay, so you have to strict on the same. You have to strict on the same, or else you are such a nice person where you are following all the rules and regulations in a proper way. In your journey of your life, you met with one more person, which where that person is not, something difference is there in his mind. His thought process is different. Okay, you want to change that person. In return, what happened here? You also became like that person. You also became just like that person, Xerox of that person. All these days, you used to maintain your life in a proper way, and you are known as a good person in the society. Slowly, what happened when that person came into your life? Instead of making that person like you became like that. Okay, whatever the actions he is following, whatever the rules he is following, you are also following his path. Path means what? Way. The way he is going, in the same way you are going. It means all these days you are maintaining properly only. Okay, now you are deviated completely. Deviated means what? You are separated from your own track. Separated from your own track. So that is called as deviation or distraction. So why I am giving multiple examples here? If you want to fight against the corruption, అవినీతికి వ్యతిరేకంగా పోరాడాలి అనుకుంటే, try to have a good and right information about the people, about the society, about the work, so on and so forth. So this is one of the basic thing where a citizen of India should have a proper information to get rid of the corruption. So to get rid of the poverty, government has to generate the funds, government has to create the resources, they have to create a job so that every person should get proper food, proper job, proper education and proper all resources whatever a human being is having a right to secure from the government. Okay, so this is one of the example or one of the point what I want to explain you. In the next class, I am going to cover few more points. To avoid corruption, what kind of movement has to start and how that movement will begin. How that movement will begin. Movement means nothing but we have to take certain steps, nothing but. So if someone should be there to stop that corruption, someone should be there to stop that corruption. So to stop corruption, what we have to do? We have to start a movement. We have to take a step. So what kind of step and how the movement should begin? Let us continue in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.